guys, so today I'm going to be talking about my very extensive list of reasons as to why I absolutely despise Aaron Warner, as to why no one on planet Earth can make me like this man. Sorry guys, my cat. But okay, I'm going to put a little trigger warning here. Trigger warning, opinions. I'm going to be sharing my opinion in this video, and I know some of you guys don't like that. Some of you can't handle someone having a different opinion to you, okay? I will just say, if you like Aaron Warner, good for you. I do not care. I am just making this video because people keep asking me why I hate him, okay? If you love this man, good for you. I do not care, okay? If you are going to watch this video, refuse to see any of my points, and then come into my comment sections to bully me, respectfully, fuck off. Just fuck off, okay, because I don't want you here. If you, by the end of this video, won't change your opinion on him, good for you. Just like, ignore the fact you ever saw this video. It's fine, okay? It's fine. It's fine. You don't have to come into my comment section and bully me, okay, guys? Do we understand that? Okay, start off with the more tame issues, shall I? Number one, he's a dick, okay? I know that the trope of the book is he's mean to everyone except her. That is a pathetic excuse, okay? That is a pathetic excuse, okay? That's not a trope. That is a red flag, okay? That is not attractive. That is honestly a lot of the times a warning sign of the fact that a relationship is going to be abusive. Like, I know in this scenario, Juliet and Warner's relationship isn't abusive. That doesn't mean we should be normalizing that behavior. That doesn't mean we should be romanticizing him just being a dick, okay? It's not okay to romanticize that kind of behavior. Like, you say, oh, well, he had character development. No, he didn't. By the end of the book, he is still a dick. I've read the entire series plus all of the novellas, okay? I've finished the entire series plus all the novellas, and even in the last novella, which is from his POV, you can see how he is just being incredibly selfish the entire time, right? Like, some of you are saying in Watch Me he wasn't being himself, like he's not normally that mean. Yes, he is. It's just that when you were reading the original series, you were seeing him from Juliet's POV, and Juliet is madly in love with him for some reason that I will never comprehend, okay? And now that you're seeing him from other people's perspectives, where he is just a dick towards them, you're saying, but he's not really like that. He is. Did you not read the last book where he was just incredibly selfish the entire time? Did you not read how he is a dick to everyone except Juliet? I was even willing to give him the benefit of the doubt and say, you know what, he is incredibly traumatized. Maybe if in Watch Me he is better, I will hate him less. Watch Me is set 10 years later and he hasn't had any character development. Warner and Juliet's relationship hasn't had any development. I feel like their relationship is just very two-dimensional, okay? That he does not have character development outside of his relationship with Juliet. Like, I just don't see where you guys are coming from when you say he had character development, because he didn't, okay? He turned out being nice to Juliet. He's still a dick to everyone else. And that's not okay. You cannot be romanticizing that behavior in relationships, okay? My second point, in the first book, he literally sexually assaults Juliet. No matter how way you try spin the scene where she shot him with his own gun, that is assault, okay? So many people say, oh, well, she initiated it. No, she didn't. He pinned her against a wall, okay? Like, she only kissed him because he pinned her against a wall and was about to kiss her. She saw the opportunity to, like, kiss him, to distract him, to get his gun, to shoot him, to get him off her. She had to shoot him to get him off of her, okay? Like, he thought she wanted it. I don't give a fuck if he consents emotions, okay? I have a direct quote from you here where Juliet, I'm just cut out because my cat nudged my phone, I'm sorry guys. But this is actually a direct quote from Juliet's perspective during that scene. His nose brushes the nape of my neck and I stifle a horrified shiver that he misunderstands. I feel like if he could sense emotions, he would sense that she was horrified in that moment. He would, like, I'm sorry, what? I know he says later on in the novellas that if he thought she wouldn't have wanted it, then he wouldn't have done it. But, like, I'm sorry, what the fuck? In what scenario do you kiss a girl, you pin a girl against a wall that you know hates you, you are aware that she hates you, and you pin her against a wall, and then after she shoots you, you continue to go after her? That is not okay. Okay, that is literally stalking. She shoots him, and he still continues to... Sorry, where's my cat? He still continues to go after her, and, like, is convinced she's in love with him. Like, no, she shot you. That is a red flag, okay? I don't care. Some of you guys are using the excuse of, he's really traumatized. He's really traumatized. It's not an excuse for sexual assault. You cannot excuse sexual assault in any scenario, okay? Like, unless you were held under duress to do it, you cannot excuse sexual assault, okay? Like, it is assault because she didn't want to kiss him. You guys are using that he thought she wanted an excuse. If he could really sense emotions, he would have sensed the fact that she literally mentioned that she felt disgusted. Like, she literally says multiple times that she feels disgusted whilst he's kissing her. And you guys are still defending him saying he thought she wanted it. Did he really? Because I know he can sense emotions, but I don't think he was sensing her emotions correctly, or at least he was misinterpreting what those emotions were. Okay? Like, she was disgusted by how much she wanted him. No, she was disgusted by the fact that the man she hates is kissing her without her consent. Okay? Like, it's not even just the fact that... Okay, she initiated the kiss. He shouldn't have pinned her against the wall in the first place. Okay, she, like, kissed him back. Well, maybe after she shot him, he shouldn't have continued to go after her. Are we ignoring, like, all of the glaringly obvious signs? Like, even Tahira Mafi herself has said that Adam and Juliet were originally going to end up together. So Juliet wasn't originally going to end up with Warner. She wasn't originally going to end up with Warner, which makes sense as to why Warner is just such a dick in the first book, okay? Like, you cannot excuse his behaviours. Like, the scene where he put her in the simulation chamber and made her think that she, like, killed another infant or toddler. Like, I'm sorry, but that's just fucking awful, okay? He knows that she's incredibly traumatized by the fact that she accidentally killed that toddler, and then he's put her in a situation where she has to do the same thing. I don't fucking care if it wasn't real. She thought it was real, and he was willing to add that trauma to her purely so that he could see her reaction. Like, I'm sorry, that is disgusting behaviour. You cannot excuse that behaviour, okay? Nothing about his behaviour is excusable in this scenario. Like, okay. Sorry guys, my cat keeps scratching the furniture. But I cannot keep having the same conversation with people. It is not okay. If you want to use the "it's just fiction" excuse, are you dumb? Are you dumb? Because I don't care how much you want to ignore the fact that fiction impacts our everyday lives. Fiction impacts our everyday lives. If it didn't, the government wouldn't be banning books. If it didn't, people wouldn't be reading books and then using those characters as role models, okay? Like, so many people are saying, oh, well, people should know better than to take Warner's behaviour in the first book and say that it's normal in their own relationships. Shatami is YA. Most of the people who read YA, yes, a lot of them are adults, a lot of them are children. YA is aimed at children from 11 to 18, okay? YA is aimed at children who will look at, like, adults that they think are role models, and they will copy their behaviour, okay, because they view those people as role models. Do you not see how directly harmful that is? If you normalise, it's not even just the children, if you normalise literal assault in books, people who are in abusive relationships will not see the warning signs of how bad their relationship could get. If you normalise him being mean to everyone except her, people who are in abusive and toxic relationships will not view that as a warning sign, and they will stay in that relationship until it is too late because of the fact that they thought that behaviour was normal, okay? It is not okay to romanticise and normalise harmful behaviours in books because it normalises that kind of behaviour in real life. I do not see what is so hard to understand about that, okay? Like, I just think some of you really need to use your critical thinking skills, okay? You really do. Because this man is not a green flag. This man is a red flag. If you are ever in a relationship where, like, he pins you against a wall and forces you to kiss him when you clearly don't want to, leave, because that is not okay behaviour, okay? Like, I once had a girl tell me I was going to end up alone forever because, like, I didn't, like, she said, you're going to end up alone forever if you think that your boyfriend pinning you against a wall and kissing you is assault. I don't think the fact that he pinned her against a wall and kissed her is assault. I think it's the fact she very obviously did not consent to being pinned against the wall. It's the fact that she very obviously did not want to kiss him. She only did it so that she could get him off of her. Okay? Like, if my boyfriend pinned me against a wall and kissed me, like, with my consent, sure, that's great. But Warner didn't have Juliet's consent, okay? You cannot assume consent. Consent has to be given. You cannot assume consent. That's not how consent works. Consent has to be given. Like, he can't just assume that, like, oh, like, she must have forgotten about the fact that I'm just a complete dick to her. Surely she wants me to pin her against this wall. No, you can't just assume that. You cannot assume consent, okay? I know for a fact that if this book, like, where Warner was actually painted as a villain, if this book, Warner was actually painted as the villain for the entire series because of the fact that he assaulted Juliet, and because of the fact that Juliet did view that moment as assault, you would be siding with Juliet and saying that Warner is an abuser, okay? But you don't, because of the fact that Juliet forgave him and they got married. Like, I'm sorry, just because Juliet forgave him and she doesn't see how that behaviour is just straight up not okay, doesn't mean that that behaviour is okay. Just because Juliet forgave him, that doesn't mean that we get to ignore what he did, okay? Like, you cannot ignore the fact that he assaulted her because he redeemed himself. You cannot redeem yourself for assaulting someone. Maybe he can redeem himself for the being a dick to everyone. You can't redeem yourself for sexual assault. That is not possible, okay? Like, what are you guys saying? Because I know for a fact that if Juliet was saying that she was a victim, you would be siding with her. You guys would hate Warner. Just because she didn't view that as assault, that doesn't mean that it's not sexual assault, okay? I beg of you, please, just do some critical thinking before you decide to defend this man with your life. Or, you know, send me threats. If you send me threats in my comments, I'll just report you and block you. Like, look, even after all of this, if you like Warner, I don't understand. I think you're a little bit insane. But, you know what? Good for you. I don't give a fuck. If you don't agree with my opinion, do you know what you can do? You can just click out the video, just ignore it. You can just ignore the fact you've ever seen it, because it's not that hard, okay? Can you guys just learn how to respect other people's opinions? Because I'm not the one going around to people who like Warner and saying that they're awful people because they like Aaron Warner. I'm just putting on my own platform that I'm not forcing you to watch that I don't like him and why I don't like him, okay? I'm not forcing you to watch these videos. It's that simple, okay? Some of you just need to get a life, okay? Do you understand my points? You should, because I can't keep explaining this over again. I cannot keep explaining the same things over and over again. Okay?